start by getting my lines in with the Sharpie. And then I'm going to use a colored pencil to get the red of his eyes in. Because his look is just not complete without some red, right? And then later on, I'm going to add some charcoal on top and sort of give it a more blended look, I guess, would be the word. Now you may notice that I've jumped right into the lines without really thinking about it too much. I did go ahead and did sort of a base drawing down here with a green colored pencil, just so I wouldn't have to find myself too much. I think that would give for a better flow in the video. Now you may recall my last charcoal drawing was a portrait. I did realism for the first time in a YouTube video, and I feel like the results were pretty mixed. I'm not sure how people felt about it. It was long, you know. I don't remember how his hands are shaped, so they're just going to be a blob. But it's nice to mix up the medium. I do the the Sharpie drawings a lot. And I do cartoons a lot, of course. So sometimes it's good to get a little variety in your methods. Of course, this one's cheating since I'm kind of doing Sharpie and then I'm going to do the other stuff, but hopefully you'll forgive that little transgression. As always, if you have a suggestion for content, if you want to see me do just about anything drawing-wise, I'd be more than happy to do that. You can definitely try the realism again if anybody's interested. Or I'll take requests on cartoons. I'll even try some anime if you guys want. Me and anime have an interesting sort of relationship as far as drawing goes. I think trying to draw anime was one of my most vivid experiences as an artist, because from about middle school all the way until probably my second year of college, that was my goal, was to draw like that. And I sort of found out that I'm not good at anime. So just the way that people are proportioned and everything just wasn't my style, I guess. So I went ahead, I got my outlines in Sharpie. And I'm going to do the red in colored pencil. I had sort of debated doing the red with the Sharpie as well, because I have my cool color set, but this will really give it that mixed media look. If you're going to use different kinds of drawing implements, it's kind of nice to differences between all those mediums. So, I'm just giving it the basic shape here, right? And colored pencil doesn't really smudge, right? So when I go back through with the charcoal, I'll be able to blend in some more shapes in there. But this will give me that basic red that I kind of want to see. Another nice thing about doing a video with a couple of different drawing tools is that you'll get the different sounds, right? And then if there's one particular sound that you don't like, or maybe you love, you can let me know, and I'll try to incorporate that more often. So, maybe make this a little bit darker, just so we have something to play with when I add the charcoal. Otherwise this color will get kind of washed away. Charcoal time. So the goal here is to sort of lay down a base layer here. And I'm going to blend it into the paper and then take it away again. And I'm going to do that back and forth a couple of times over to sort of give that feeling. Sort of an interesting technique, I'll say. In school they called it a reductive technique, because you're putting stuff on the paper and then you're taking it all away again. So now that I've got some charcoal down, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of spread it out. And like I said before, I can kind of use this charcoal to blend or to create a shadow in this red. And the red's really gonna stay there because I did it with colored pencil, which doesn't really spread like the charcoal does. Kind of make the eyes have a little bit of shape. And I'll go back through and really define those light areas. You might hear me blowing, and that's just to get the little bits of eraser to sort of go away. I think I'm going to have the light coming from this direction, so we're going to go ahead and erase some of this. I'm not sure how exactly Zim is normally colored. I'm actually not going to stare at my phone this time around and cheat, so much shading there is. Now, I will say that it's October right now, which means very soon work is going to be insanely busy, just ridiculous, because I bake for a living. Well, right now I decorate pastries for a living, to be more accurate, because it's not just the baking, when you have a very large bakery, there's more specialized roles in it, right? So, but anyways, it's gonna be banquet season, so there'll be lots and lots of overtime. I'm gonna try to get a couple of videos, like a backlog, sort of ready. Not really sure how effective I'll be, but I'm gonna try. So if I'm wearing the same dress in a couple of them, you'll know why. Normally I make one of these a week, or at least I try to. So I'll have alternating, between the unboxing videos and the drawing videos. Luckily, I actually get my lunch back more than once a month. So it shouldn't be too hard to get a couple of those done, I hope, before the holidays start. I'll still only post one a month, because I feel like otherwise they'll sort of take over my channel. I do wish that the green of this paper was more of an Invader Zim kind of a green. Sharpie lines are, they're staying, which is kind of their job. But they're almost too obvious, They don't leave much to the imagination. Or they don't have much character, I guess, would be a better way to put it. I think the artist that does this typically has sort of like these weird highlights that kind of curve around the head a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in because I think it should be there. I don't know if it is really, but it's not really going to hurt anything to add my own spin if it wasn't accurate. This right here is just a little rolled up piece of paper, basically. And if you work with charcoal a lot, you'll get used to using it to sort of shade everything. I feel like this paper almost has too much texture. It's very bumpity bump bump for the charcoal. Right here, I didn't really worry too much about shading into the background because a little bit of that sort of adds, I don't know, personality. But you want to go through and get some of it back up just so that the drawing doesn't lose itself. Real simple stuff. Kind of doing that eraser highlight gives the image a bit of dynamic sort of feeling. Because you'll see the super light next to the super dark, and it really makes everything kind of pop. So, good stuff. I'm beginning to think that my audience for the Munch Pack and the audience that I have for the drawing videos are very, very different kinds of people. And I'm really not sure what I want to make of that. Like, I'm always going to try different things. So I feel like my channel's always going to have moments that appeal to some people more than others. But if I want to grow the channel, I don't know how much freedom I should really give myself, It's sort of tricky. One of the requests I got was to make a turkey sandwich, among other things. And that's definitely kind of an interesting sort of request. The same gentleman sort of asked for a whole bunch of things like role-playing and roasting a turkey from scratch too. I'm not completely opposed to that direction. that's what I'm gonna do, is buy a bunch of cute little craft kits. My birthday's just in a few days. Well, less than a week, so it's weird to just keep getting older sometimes, you know? Like, we never want to really think of ourselves as old, but I don't know. I'm probably getting there. You know, I'm at that point in my life where marriage and babies and all of that could happen. Don't know if I want it or not, but it could happen. I'm definitely thinking about my job in more practical terms, you know. We can't all be astronauts, sort of an idea. But at the same time, you still want to do something that's at least moderately okay, right? So, it's tough. So, I think that the Sharpie is really kind of throwing me off here, so I'm going to go through and darken all of these with the charcoal to blend it in. Kind of give it more of a similar feel. Basically, the charcoal is roughing up those lines so it looks as though that's what I was doing all along. Bit of a cheat, but it is what it is. That little clicking that's in the background is my coffee pot. Forgot to turn it off. I've got a rhythm going right now, so I don't exactly want to pause the video. Because I have, like usual, only a limited amount of time to really do this in, so I really don't know what's happening with the hand area, so just make that darker. I've got that charcoal all over my Sharpie lines here. And I'm taking that really rough edge and I'm kind of now blending it again. Sort of, I don't know, give it more character, but make that the character of it look intentional. The biggest thing I think they always taught us was whatever you want to do, whatever sort of style you want to have, make sure it looks like that's what you were going for. My hands are getting all messy, so I'm starting to get marks on the paper just from touching it. Kind of have to be careful there. Now what I think I'm going to do, since this isn't exactly the right shade of green, I'm going to first turn off the coffee pot and then I'm going to go get some green colored pencil, kind of do an experiment here on the fly. So again, I don't exactly know how this experiment will go, because I've never done colored pencil on top of the charcoal. I'd imagine, yeah, it's going to kind of pull the charcoal around a little bit. That's okay. I think I can work with that. Almost gives it sort of a more natural shading anyways. switch to the darker green here. Oh yeah, that's sort of a good color for our Invader Zim this year. That's kind of helping him come away from the paper a little bit. Because the character design just doesn't have enough shading, I think, was my problem. Wasn't quite enough for me to do. Darken this up. Actually, I think I'm gonna lighten it up and then I'm gonna darken it up. One of those funny little things. Yeah, that's the ticket. I gotta see if that'll smush in there or not. Not really. If anything, I lost some of that cool highlighting that I did have. It's alright. It's what experimenting's for, right? This is just white charcoal. Gonna sort of change the highlights here. It's like I lost them when I went through. So whoa. That broke for sure. I'm gonna use this really sharp point that I've got to sort of get that in there. Always feel like when you reach that final stage where you get to add the white back in, it's just the most, it's like magic almost. I have to be careful about not doing the white too early though, otherwise it gets kind of muddy. Now with this eye here, even the highlights in his eye are kind of more of a pinkish color, so I'm going to go through and just, my color pencil, kind of pink that out a little bit. Kind of give it that proper feel. It's funny, red and green are really the Christmas colors, right? And I know in the baking world, unless it's Christmas time, you kind of have to be very careful because people will just see that and think Christmas and kind of be confused. But with Invader Zim here, it's not really a problem. Like, I feel like the pink and green is not a problem. Another funny little thing I was reminded of when I said pink and green. When you think about colors, right? This would be light green, correct? You know, you've got light blue, even light yellow, light purple, all of that, right? But you don't call light red, you call it pink. And I found out recently that there's actually a reason for that. You see, our brains actually perceive And before I go for sort of another layer of it, that sort of pulls out his green skin tone, which I really like. So in this case, mixing the white isn't so detrimental to the image. Which is good to know. God, I love to break those, don't I? Gotta press pretty hard because the white charcoal is very firm, right? It doesn't really want to go on the paper. It wants to stay in the stick. Well, there you have it. Invader Zim. I don't know if there's really much more I could do without getting really noisy, so I'm gonna call it right there. It's sort of good enough for an experiment. And seeing how my refrigerator just turned on in the middle of me talking, that's an extra sign to me that now's a good time to quit while I'm ahead. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.